Well, good morning everybody. Again, this is Duane from Tricks to the Trades, and here we go into Cheryl's again this morning, where we did the barn. We reinforced that barn so it wouldn't fall down, and so we're stopping here at the supply house. Got to grab a few things. We're going to actually start working on a basement bathroom, so we got to jackhammer up some concrete and get the plumbing put in there, and so we'll see how far we get with that today. I think we got to lower a toaster shelf as well that I put in. You know, she's got a different toaster, and the toaster's bigger. So, yeah, we'll see. It's always fun when we go to Cheryl. So let's see what we get into. As I was driving on my way here to Cheryl's, it was just occurring to me that, you know, I really have a really good customer base. I don't know if I'd call that a trick, because it's not really a trick. It's more of something that you develop, but it's so important if you're in it, no matter what trade you're in or what you're doing. You know, it's so important to really develop that customer base. And you know, I've been fortunate enough to have been in sales and other jobs that I did that helped me to learn how to deal with people, and it's really helped a lot. And to be a people person, but it's amazing how good of a customer base you can develop just being friendly and kind and being really, like I say, a friend to them. All my customers really are my friends, and we have fun, we get along well together, and it just, I don't know, it doesn't make it seem like it's a job so much. Now, last night I had Farmer Jim's, what we call him. He has a house that had a gas leak, and so I didn't get to film this yesterday, but last night we ran around trying to replace the gas line. It comes in the house, and to where it drops down from 1.25 inches back down to I think it was to 3/4 by the furnace. And so, you know, we had a little late night last night trying to get that taken care of, and it was kind of fun. Really missed the cool thing was to get the one piece of pipe out, the 1.25 inch pipe. We had to cut it, and we couldn't get it slid out of there. Fortunately, there was a coal chute just happened to line right up where we were able to shoot it out through the coal chute right out of the house. That never happens. You never you're talking about a blind squirrel getting a nut. Oh, that was cool. Cheryl designed this kitchen. We took the cabinets and tore them apart to make a dishwasher here. We took these old 60s cabinets and actually moved some where there was drawers and doors, and flipped them around, and that was a little bit of carpentry there. And then replaced the upper cabinets, added a bunch of cabinets and a shelf up there. She wanted a little corner for more space there for the stove, and it kind of worked out pretty neat. For doing it on a budget, it worked out pretty good. But we had a toaster oven over here, and then the one she's got now is actually taller, so we've got to take and lower this down another inch to get that in there. So we'll be tearing this apart and see if we can't remake these sides out of a 2x6 and drop it down an inch. All right, got the electrical wires out. I see I've got a 1/4 inch. Don't remember how I did this. 1/4 inch socket here. All right, so I've cut out the 2x6. The chop saw needs a new blade. I'm going to use that as a template. Mark the notch I had. And being that there's tile back there, and knock just 3/16 off the bottom here for the tile. Not too bad. Put that one in there. And that was supposed to happen. All right, so this went through the hole.
Yeah.
So I gotta start from the back. Like that. Alright.
I'll tell you what, even though we, you know, mess with this kitchen, there's not one thing I don't like about it.
Hey, now that I like to hear.
You know? You know how
Well,
I like to change things.
Yeah. Yeah. It was your own design.
What? They had a new thing out. You didn't have to change the bit. It was a circular thing on the end of the drill or something.
Yeah. Yeah, my wife almost bought that for me, and I looked at it and I'm like, it's too big.
Oh.
It's too big to get into places. It might be good for an open area. That's great. But if you gotta go into a small little tight area like we're doing here with the 1/4 inch bit, that head just fits in there after I countersunk it as it is. So let's see if we can just put a screw right here for now. Last time my Brad nailed it. This time I want to try these little cabinet screws.
I bought yesterday. Film goes on the inside of the driver's side of the car. And it's like that. Yeah, that other one.
This thing is a little cockeyed now. I don't know why it was.
$7, so it would have been like $90-some.
Not that one. Well,
Yeah. Every time somebody come, I think Oster was the first one that came out with them, so I take my tape measure with me everywhere I go. None of them will fit in there. That'll go for one.
well, so I'm gonna figure out how we're gonna do this inside because that tile's kind of in the way. What's that now?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out
I've got these pieces, but I'm almost have to route them out for the tile. Okay, so little table saw routing here. Cut around that tile. We'll screw it together. This is a tight fit. There we go. Knot. Oh, we made a knot. Right, we're not going to undo the knot.
Now what if I open that cabinet and I'm thinking there's a knot in here?
There's a
Why
knot.
didn't he fix that knot?
It's gonna bug you now. I'm not even gonna be able to sleep. I'm telling you. This contractor is a knot in the wire. No, you can unknot it now. Look at that.
What?
Taking the knot out.
Oh.
You'll be able to sleep tonight.
That steam cleaner thing for floors. And it's nice, like in the bathroom. At least it's getting like deodorized.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
We've got light.
Hallelujah. You're not leaving it permanently, are you?
Why?
Because we didn't take that one piece down and it'll hit the bottom of this thing, the heating element. That one piece of wire that comes up, see?
Oh. They need stapled down?
Yeah, staple down and.
All right. We'll get that. And we'll get the plug on through
And I think I
plugged in, but at any rate.
I put a piece of foil.
There you go. Ta-da! So the last time we were here, Matthew pointed out this little room that I built for her. And like we said, Cheryl's an interesting person. So we got to do something a little different. So this was a deck up here. And this is just one of those you can buy gazebos. And she bought the little light, of course, or wall candle light thing. Anyhow, so to get this, we built the gazebo on top of here, which is fun when you're like in the sky. But anyway, she bought these windows. They're just old storm windows, and she wanted to enclose this in. So we put the storm windows in, framed everything so that it would fit. You know, not exactly something that you would put together normally, but had a screen door, and kind of just made everything fit. It worked out pretty well, I gotta say. I mean, you know, it's just to kind of keep the wind and the cold and stuff off. But it's hot in here right now because the sun's out, but it's beautiful in the evening. So anyway, look neater on the inside, I think, than it does on the outside, but it turned out interestingly. This is the next project we got going, and it's not a matter of whether we choose to accept it or not. We are doing it. So we're putting in a bathroom down here, and so we're going to kind of put the tub here, have a wall just sticking out past this end of this wall coming toward me, and then turn with a doorway. The doorway will probably be right about here as you come in. The toilet will be sitting over in here somewhere. And so I got to jackhammer the floor up. We got all our drains there, and then this will end up cutting this out and making a sink here. So it's going to be a pretty neat project because she's got like French doors going into it. It's tight, it's small, and we'll have to obviously level the floor out. It's a little bit of work here, but it's going to be pretty cool when it's done. Okay, so this is the mess we have gotten ourselves into. You laugh. So, jackhammered the floor up. They had a plate in front of this piece right here. They had just a piece of dish. That was going to work real well. And you see it's wet. Well, we flushed the toilet, and, well, of course, water comes out of there. But at least it goes down and into the other floor drain. Apparently, we think that was a floor drain. That was the sewer line, and I don't know if that was supposed to be a clean out or what they had there at one time, but at any rate, there you go. There's the plate. Yep, there's some engineering. That'll work fine. Let's just leave it like that. Look at that. It's beautiful. No light comes through there. No toilet, debris. No. Anyway, so that's just the floor drain, we think, although the utility tub's hooked to it. But we got to figure out how we're going to seal that up and maybe later be able to tee into it and run it over for our toilet and etc. Hopefully my battery didn't go dead too soon and didn't miss everything, because it's been fun. Okay, 5th time's a try. What's wrong with this camera? Okay, so we got something done today. We got this all jackhammered up. We kind of figured out what's going on here. We know we got that at least capped off for now. We flushed the toilet, made sure it was pretty decent. So good for tonight till we can get back here. And then we got this jackhammered out for where the future toilet's going to go. This concrete's so thick, it's going to be fun though, coming across and all the way over to there for the tub, so stay tuned for that one. But we think we found that on the other side of this wall has already been changed to PVC, so we should be able to actually take from that PVC and come over and then just change all this and make it really nice and new and working out a whole lot better than it was. So stay tuned and we'll see how it works out.